All right, we're back. It's a Quiet Place 2. Ange and I got to watch this the other day. Mostly it's an experiment so I can move on with different movie reactions. I'm trying to figure out how to use Get Video. The source that I watch my videos on, I'm not able to capture with this program. So, and I'm working on it. So, this is what we got. We watched this the other night. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers.
What happened?
A bomb, I think.
So I really, really liked the opening of the movie, the flashback. Uh, First, I'd kind of forgot one, so I really wish I would have watched the first one first again. I didn't remember. I remember stepping on the nail, and it's weird. It comes into play. Uh, it, I really liked the baseball, the hometown feel, the every little aspect. The dog acting was exceptional.
Wanna go higher?
Now, I thought this is a good example right from the beginning. Yeah, I thought the dude. So I'm not a movie review guy, right? So I mean, honestly, my opinion is worth exactly what it's been worth the whole time. But it felt like he had a pretty good attention to detail in this one. Just little things. I have to reiterate the dogs. So there's just this. Sometimes there's dogs in a movie and they're doing their thing. I mean, these were, just it was. They helped build to the moment that's coming up here at the beginning. The kind of the what first reveal. It did not escape me. All the Americana flags, the baseball game, it was refreshing to see once again. Like the first one, I liked the traditional family values that were throughout. Even if character was flawed, there was family connections and stuff like that, which I really like about the director. I mean, we don't have to go into it, but it was all in there, and I'm pretty sure it leans towards that kind of stuff. That's which is for me nice. This looks exactly like how I grew up my whole life, so I could really relate to the opening scene. I thought a lot of character. I thought for the opening scene, it had a lot of good character development. Um, Mom was just a mom, but daughter was already she's she's on her shit. I'm their daughter is amazing. It's one of those things I don't want to wait all the way to the end. Uh, Perfect example of where um, you know the role, the character was incredible. I get behind. I was like pulling for her the whole time. I'm like, man, you just want her to win. That's the truth. And then you really established the kid being kind of. I don't remember enough. This was the problem. I didn't remember enough in from Quiet, the first one. how his character. So I got, I kind of just had to go with what I was showing here, and he was like, oh, he's kind of, scared of the ball. I could relate. I always thought I was going to get hit.
It's all right. Goddamn thing.
So another dog in the back of a pickup. I think we might see it at one point or not. But he really had him. Like, I liked how the dogs told me something was coming next. It was cool. I like dogs.
Strike two. Ronnie, what do we got? We got.
So, they all got out of there. And basically, they're all going to kind of meet at home. They split up, went their separate ways. But, they had lulled us into a false sense of security by this point.
Units headed out there now. EMS and fire. Whereabouts? I think up by Walker's farm.
I will acknowledge I thought he had some really good transitions. Now, I didn't get it in this. I think I missed it. But actually, I think it was right when he was getting out of the car to talk to the off. I don't know if it was. I'm curious what kind of technique he used. It looked like a CG transition from scenes. So it looked smooth and flawless, but I'm pretty sure it was like a CG thing. I just really liked it. He got out of his truck and the camera followed him, and then kept following him. But there was something about it that I don't think it was a live. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Could have been a live shot. Being I don't have it, I probably shouldn't talk about something I didn't put in here. It was just frantic by this pace. Ange was on the edge of her seat.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, baby. Mom. What is Oh my God! It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. That's okay. That's where? Mom. Oh my God!
Love okay. No, not love, because it's unfortunate. So, because of our character's hearing disability, shortcoming, whatever is appropriate for you and the way you like things said, that the same thing. This movie and the first one, that the silence is so. It's sort of like if you've seen. Is that There Will Be Blood? Isn't that like almost 20 minutes of silence? Just ambiotic sound, him scraping and grunting, but no, nothing else. I don't know. It'd been a while since I've seen it. I like little things. I do. I thought there was a lot of little things already up to this point.
Hey, baby. Oh, I'm okay.
No, I did. I found it, crazy that not. It's just a movie, so that's how it works. They got the free pass on calling mom, but he doesn't get the free pass on prayer. Now, I'm not. It's not an indictment. I'm not saying nothing there because I think there is a strong, like I said, traditional values. Don't see any anti church, and I don't know if he's just mumbling and maybe he's just terrified. I couldn't tell, but it was just the weird, the one gets to make somebody gets, didn't matter, it didn't really matter because you were all clenched in your seat going, oh, monsters are coming. It kind of sounds like prayer. I get it now. You don't want to be like, don't want prayer to bring in the devil there. But before we move on, because we did jump ahead a little bit here. So basically, the people get ravaged. I mean, they get decimated, right? If you've seen the first one, then, you can't make much noise. These things, whack, they get you. They're on you. So basically, you go back in time and see the arrival of the creature, I guess. And then you go back to maybe, the day after the first one took place. I mean, the basement is still flooding. She's, got the bandage on her foot, limpy a little bit. I don't know. Don't quote me on the established timeline, but things go south and they're going to get out of there. And they're going to go to another signal fire. And this is where we're at. They're taking off. They're going to find other people. And I think, that whole section is a good to move ahead. I mean, it kind of just rounds off the first act one, if you ask me. And then they, hit the road for act two, I guess. Oof, 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 oof. Now, I personally like a sequel if they could pull it off. Once they did it. Empire Strikes Back. That is a level up from the nail through the foot all day. I mean, young man just stepped straight in himself a bear trap. Bam! Very, I think by Honey, she's like, ah! Yeah, no, it's one of those things. It's like the nail in the foot. It's just so real and feasible that it's like it hurts more watching it. Some horror, the monster getting you, okay, that sucks. But I mean, there's, no alien space monster with, audio deficiency problem. Yeah, so it's I don't get behind them. They're just part of the, excuse me, I hate to say it, but kill count of a film. And I will give credit where credit's due. This guy is he ain't afraid of knocking off a few folks. It's heavy duty, but we're not there yet. Heavy duty kill count. Whoa! Now, I liked when it came down to it, they didn't have to dick around. I mean, she actually had a upper hand on them, so you could get behind. I liked it because you could get behind them making it, and that's always a good thing. I mean, I want them to survive. So, it's very exciting. They end up hooking up with someone from the beginning of the film. There's a lot of drama, which I don't want to give you. That's people enjoy that part. I would say that part of the story is the friend's pain and misery and all his subplot. There you go. It's a damn good reason just to check it out there. Now, I have been struggling with this in a lot of films lately. Boy, did I know. If I had a single downside on the entire film is I knew someone was getting locked in this damn container. He made sure to let you know. They foreshadowed it the whole way. You introduce the jinky lock on your safe space in middle of Act 2, you damn well better utilize it at the end of Act 3 kind of thing. Or, you know what I mean. They definitely builds a ton of tension in this film, which is cool. The young lady, she got to break out on her own. She's going to go out and it's very quiet during her parts. From her perspective, it's very creepy the way they do, But she's going out there to find this radio signal. Civilization. Now, for me, it's like The Others. I never liked that part, like where you got to have. It's part of how stories are written. I liked that. I thought that was like kind of shout out to the monster movies. Made me think of Godzilla, the one everyone hates. Couple quality jump scares. You can't see it, but it was the filter. But he has a couple really nice reveals. Even though I'm not a big fan of all the CG monsters lately, the creepy head thing is cool. Here establishing she's not invincible was really good. I very much enjoyed that part. She's doing very well, from her bloody feet to her will to go on. I mean, you'll have to, if you trust me, I would highly recommend watching this film. I liked it a lot. especially because of the things I talk about most days. A lot of those values and those things were in here. Growth. I mean, just, all the things you've seen before he does well. All the stuff he's got that's a little bit fresh is awesome. So, I mean, it's got himself a good little franchise going here with 1 and 2, that's for sure. I think there's 3 is coming, right? Did I see that? Good scene. It was real, because they, I have this theory. It's a personal theory. It's my Love Boat theory, because I'm in the right age group that I watch Love Boat. And Love Boat was a perfect example of where you get the writers together and you tell that drama, happy, problem, resolution, happy again. That this roller coaster, they take you up and they crash you back down. Then they bring you up and bring you into and you can take the ride again. It's just this love boat moment where they take and, break the characters up and then they're going to get them back together. They had struggled, the dude and the young lady, because he's not as brave as all that. And she was badass. But they finally, after struggling with the chud, which was kind of creepy and a gross scene and made me uncomfortable. You have to check that out yourself. Because I think breakdown comes. There's too much damn evidence of those chud-like people actually coming out. It's heartbreaking when you think about it. Cannibalistic human underground dwellers, chud. So they get the boat. They're looking for a boat. They save themselves. It's super exciting. Lots of action there, and it's almost like could have been the end of the film, but no. They get to the island. And like I was saying, things that have been done before, they brought the bad guy with them, right? They brought the monster there. That is literally a technique used in many, right? It's like the serial killer jumping back, Jason coming back to life for the 5th time in a film. It's just kind of what they do, right? It's how they perpetuate that story. But I'm going to give credit to the director. He wipes out this island. I mean, you want to have a dark takeaway from this film? They were doing pretty good on this island because it turns out the things don't swim. They don't drive boats. So you got the M. Night Shyamalan loophole where water is their thing, right? Our heroes and our heroine, they bring the creatures right to the island. It's heartbreaking, and they just tear ass through the island. It's... basically, for the finale, it's, kind of your standoff thing, and you move silently. And I really, really found now, I mean, we've been doing nothing but just explaining it, so it's not a review, or it's more of a reaction, I guess. But if you're interested, I would stop now. I mean, if you haven't seen it and you're like, man, this actually looks pretty good. What about that subplot you said? All that other stuff. I would just go now. Because the end I thought was really solid. And we're going to see it here. So I would, don't ruin it if you want to see it. And it was a young man. Oh, yeah. Because he wasn't shining as the bravest individual. And they sell this. He sells this ending so well. And yeah, I mean, I don't care. Because mainstream tells me tells me that I'm not capable of this. And I'm tired of hearing it. She was amazing. So easy to get behind her character, and wanting her to succeed. So I don't know what. I think the Crybabies need to learn to write better characters. It has nothing to do with here, plain and simple. You could race swap this entire story and do it exactly the same. It carries the same weight. So I wouldn't even argue that. Wouldn't make any difference. If everyone just acted the same, you still be just a strong female character. So I think the writing is what matters, not the casting sometimes. Casting's important, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying this complaint that dudes don't get behind female characters. Bull. I don't believe that. We do. They just have to be well-written characters. Dude was badass though. And yeah, unapologetic. The gun wasn't some horror story. It's just a tool. Weird how the kid uses it to save the day. And then the gal uses a pipe. It's crazy. Now, I would just say, because I like the way he shot it and the unapologetic nature of it, use the monster as a metaphor for whatever demon, darkness, or plague that's coming. And then watch it through that perspective. I saw them both develop to their full potential at that moment. I thought it was amazing. Now, I just wanted to wait till this moment, and it cuts right here is pretty much where I ended it. From the cliche superhero landing in movies to like Deadpool making fun of it in his movie, talking about it, that is just a heroic pose, and that 100% works. So sometimes it's cliche and stupid. Other times your hero gets to have this moment where they're just should be a statue. Statuesque. That one moment for me was like, oh shit, no wonder I thought you were the hero. You were. You were a warrior. You were an engineer. You were the person with the resolve to lead yourself into a brighter day. Now, that all is cool. It was great, right? She's like, she's a badass. It did not escape me that almost everybody on Peace Island got wiped out for them to win the day. Now, I think it was just very well played by the director, right? You know, you're not just gonna give them up the victory. It was very expensive. The toll was high for victory to be achieved. But in the end, they won the day. Now, it's very good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm still going to try to figure out how to do these better. But obviously this was a little long. I think I got too many clips. But I did get, we're experimenting. So, Quiet Place 2. I would highly go check that out. I'd recommend checking it. It was a good movie. I liked it a lot. Later.